Welcome to the New Black Church, where your story is your Bible. Y'all, what is happening? First thing I want to say is Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I salute you all. And let me tell you, I have an amazing guest for you all. She have an amazing story. It's over 1,000 miles between home and Tampa. Let's go. Check out my intro. Let's go. Welcome back to the New Black Church on this special edition. This is our first Mother's Day, y'all. And there's no better person to kick this off with my girl, Quita Harvey. Thank you so much for coming, Quita.
Thank you for inviting me.
It was such a pleasure. Y'all, I got to tell y'all the truth. It was a journey to get her here. She was fighting me to tell us this amazing story. I'm telling y'all, this mother right here is going to bless us. Y'all know we're in the month of self-confidence, and there is no better person, human being on this earth to have self-confidence like a mother. So, Quita, tell us a little bit more about you.
Well, I'm a 33-year-old single mom, originally from Jersey,
Okay.
new to the state of Florida. So, my son, he's 8. We've been through a bunch of stuff like within a year and a half. Like we're still new here,
Okay.
but we've been through like good things in a way, not all bad things, but like good things like just traveling, learning and figuring myself out as well as understanding my son. So,
Okay. Okay. So, let me ask you. First question right out the box. It's not about self-confidence, but I got to know about this. What was it like a Jersey girl going fishing for the first time?
wow, it was at first it was funny because it was like I bought all this stuff, but I didn't know what I was buying. So I was like YouTubing like what type of fish bait. So I'm going in the store asking the people questions, and they're looking at me crazy like, "Girl, you in Florida? You should know what to get." So I'm just like, I don't know. So I grabbed a few things at the store, and I went to a local pier near my home, and I went fishing. But before I just before I went fishing, as I was like getting the stuff together on the pier, it was like I was trying to look at a YouTube video, and a gentleman kept watching me as I'm like opening up the stuff, and he's just like, "You don't know how to fish," and I'm just like, "Well, why do you say that?" And he's like, "Well, first you didn't even put no like hook or whatever on the thing," and it was just funny because it was just like I was eager to learn, like to self-taught my own self to how to learn how to fish, but it was like he helped me, and I really like just being out here now. Like I don't think it would have had happened up north as down here. Living here is like I feel like a lot of people are more helpful down here, and it's like it's a true vibe. Some people talk like they don't like Florida, but it's like overall it's like you got the weather, you got so much stuff to do out here. So I like, to me, out here is a blessing.
It's a blessing.
Yes.
It's a blessing. Now, I like to share with people what they say back to me. And the reason why I opened up that like that, it took a lot of confidence to move from Jersey to Florida. That is a lot of self-confidence. And for my Bible thumpers out there, I got a little something for them, is the fact that you went fishing. That's the one thing that people love to talk about in the Bible, is by teaching somebody how to go fish. So your first fishing trip was here, coming
Yes.
from Jersey and making that journey and bringing your son with you, right?
Yes.
To a whole new place, totally new to you. Then you actually went out to go catch fish and use the tools that are around you. So when you all feel like that you're not capable of doing something and you don't know, you probably have the confidence in you already. And that's what we're going to talk about. So let's jump right into one of my first questions on tonight. On today is, how does self-love and acceptance contribute to your self-confidence? You loving yourself. How does that contribute to that?
Just by like when like sometimes like I wake up and I'm going to work and like times I feel like I just don't want to do anything, but like I look at my son and I'm just like, well, I know he want these toys and mama gotta work, and I build myself every morning to just getting up and doing me, because at the end of the day it's like if I'm not happy in myself, my kid is not happy. So I'm really strong on that. Like I gotta make sure I'm happy with them because it really affects my child.
And y'all, let me tell you, she brought this amazing little man with her on this evening, and he is super duper happy. He's bouncing around. Y'all, I would not be surprised if y'all hear him in the background yelling at his mama, because let me tell you, both of them got the biggest smiles ever. And so, with that, it's so beautiful you said about your son.
Yeah.
And you setting that bar for him. Okay, I love that piece. So, how does that influence um, your perception of yourself when you love yourself like that? What does that make you feel like?
I feel so great. Like it's like lately my son like every other night he's just like randomly like, mommy, I love you. And it's just like, oh, like it's like one of those oh moments. And it's just like, because growing up for myself, I didn't like I had the love, but certain things like I wanted. So like living out here, I travel. Like me and my son is always going to go. And I'm like, when I was younger, I didn't have that, opportunity to just travel places. And now that I have my son, I do everything with him.
Oh, nice. I love that. So you all are traveling a lot and you're doing the self-love thing and you're exposing your son to so much. How does self-compassion play a role in cultivating all that? Being compassionate.
Well, it definitely affects like with me mentally as well as my kid. Like, and I see like the way I am with him, he's doing it to others, and I enjoy that because that makes others as well, spread that love amongst one another.
hmm So what you're saying is, by you being yourself, loving yourself, and then love on your son is teaching your son
To love.
how to love you and love others. Y'all, when I tell y'all the Lord picked out the best gifts for this Mother's Day, it makes a man like me who don't have his mom no more, and I'm a boy. I'm still a boy at the heart, right? To see the mother's love that we are talking about right here on this Mother's Day at the New Black Church. Y'all, let me just continually keep going right into these questions right here. And so we're talking about the love you have for your son and then the confidence. Where did this confidence begin?
Well, I would say probably like after like literally right after COVID in a way, because
Okay.
it was like I was working at a job up north, and what we work in a job, sometimes you start to not like it, and I just, I seen others around me unhappy, and I just started to always be that, that work, that coworker that will always tell others like, like we got to master what we do as well as, get the knowledge and move forward, look for something better, look for something that makes us happy, because if we're not happy, we're all like, nothing's ever going to go right. So even when stuff don't go right, it's like I try to think positive. I try to be positive. And like even when I gave myself the courage to move out of state, I didn't know nobody out here. And I started over. So like it was a big jump for me, because they always say like one of the biggest things of doing is moving to a different state. And I strongly believe that, because at times I felt like I was knocked down, but then I just was like, you know what? I got to build that confidence back up. I got, be strong about things. And till this day, it's like even when things, don't go my way, I still think like, it's it's positive stuff out there. So I try to remain positive at all times.
So positive, confident, amazing mom, love her son. Y'all, this is what Mother's Day is all about. It is about celebrating moms that make these decisions. Because let me tell you, it's something else to hear somebody type this online. And let me go ahead and put this plug in. Y'all know where I met her at. I met her at My Black Tampa on Facebook, one of the most amazing groups. Uh, Everybody has their own personality in there. I
Yes.
enjoy them all. But let me tell you, when I listen to her and I get to type and I'm like, man, there's something different. So I hit the inbox. Y'all know how y'all be doing, but I wasn't shooting a shot. Pew! I wasn't doing that. I was just hitting the inbox because to let her know that I believe that your story is something amazing.
Thank
And I
you.
would love for you to come share it. And I so much really do appreciate you coming in and sharing it. Let me tell you, you done set the bar high already for the rest of this evening. So we're going to take our first little break, check this commercial out, and then we'll be right back. Welcome back to the New Black Church, where your story is your Bible. Y'all, this is an amazing Mother's Day. Let me tell you, I am totally excited that we have Quita in the building with us. She's an amazing mom. I'm telling y'all, she goes nowhere without her son. Little man is right here in the building. And you know what? She may even surprise us and let us meet little man on camera. We don't know, but we'll find out later on. So we're going to jump right into this next topic. This next topic, we want to talk about, like, what are some of the ways to cultivate self-love and acceptance? So how do you build those and work on those right there?
With like self love and acceptance, it's like, you know, I start to look at things that's like kind of like hard for me and I try to like work it out, as well as when things are easy for me. It's like I try to, you know, I'm very humble about things.
Okay.
So like with self love and acceptance, it's like, you know, sometimes some things may not go my way and I don't try to dwell on it.
Okay. I like that. That is so mature, y'all. For her to be 21 years old, that is so
Thank you.
mature. That is so mature. Y'all, if y'all knew how old this woman was, y'all would be totally surprised. When I found out, I was shocked. Oh my gosh, I just can't believe. Let me tell you, they are telling the truth when they say black don't crack.
Amen.
Y'all know what I'm saying. And so I love the fact that you're humble. And let me tell you, your not persona is not the word, but the way you carry yourself is just so soothing
Yes.
and it's
Thank
so
you.
relaxing, and I can see when you come in the room and like you change the mood of the room. When did you first recognize that like you have that type of special power?
I would say it was definitely when I was young. I remember like with hanging out with friends, like at times I used to always feel like, am I doing too much? Am I being too goofy? But then no, I would say closer towards like starting to work when I started to, you know, get my first job. When I didn't come into work, they noticed a difference when I was at work. But then when I came into work, it was like we made the best of things and it was just like, wait, you gotta come back to work, girl. Like I'm like, girl, I'm going on vacation. But yeah, you got to be positive.
Okay. So with all the positivity and it's just this amazing aura about you, um, do you do any like positive affirmations or what do you do to keep your positivity up?
Helping others. Like in my community, I'm like a big advocate as far as like being around the kids, mentoring and stuff. Like, I always look at, like, even though I have one kid, I look at the neighborhood kids as my little extra kids, my little bonus kids.
Okay.
And I enjoy it so much because, like, when I get home, the kids in the neighborhood, they, Miss Queen, can we come to your house? Everybody, the whole neighborhood enjoys my company. And even like when me and my son go away on vacation, they notice when we're not present. And I'm like, I feel like we made such a big impact in my neighborhood that it's like, it's very neighborly. Everyone is positive, and I'm just like, I won't leave there. I love it.
That is so awesome. Okay, so you're doing a lot for the neighborhood kids and stuff like that, but we want to know, what do you say to Quita to keep her positive? Because something, I mean, the smile, everything is just so amazing. And for you to be your age with everybody trying to say that women and men between the age of 20 and 35 don't know how to act. They say all this stuff about you all. But look, I have an amazing grown woman right here with me. Not only is she a woman, she's a mother, she's a community contributor, and she's under 35. So y'all need to quit all that you all are talking about. So with all that going on around you, what do you say to Quita, to keep her positive going on throughout
Yeah, well,
this?
I always say to myself, is just like, you different, like you're cut different. People gonna, people like, my actions will be the judge of
Right.
how I am as a character. Because I'm like, it could be people out there that may not like me, but they know I never did them dirty. They know that I am a positive person, as well as I care. I strongly care for others. So it's like, you know, I want to, have my legacy or be thought of as she was always caring. She was that person. She was friendly. Like, I always want to have that, that good image, because at the end of the day, we have our names to, stand on.
Right.
So,
Okay. So, for the women that are out here listening to you, what is one of those life lessons that you experienced that taught you that, you know what, I got to stop this and start loving myself even more?
okay, that did get deep. I would definitely say, because I've been through it. I tell it, even like right now, seeing like friends go through stuff with loving yourself. Like, you can love the man, like, no doubt about it, but you gotta love yourself more to understand that sometimes enough is enough, as well as that right person can be there for you, but you blocking your blessings because you loving on someone else that don't love on you. So you got to start to love yourself and understand that your knight in shining armor will be there. So it's just like, be patient, better yourself, understand who you are, understand your wants and needs, as well as understand adaptation. Like, that's how it should be. But some people, they got to learn hard, or have learn their lesson first in order to understand what's it really about.
Okay. 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 So, how can personal growth and self improvement, such as hobbies or therapy, contribute to developing self love?
Um, it's really, I feel like, because like I'm gonna eventually soon be in therapy. That is like really strong with with a person's inner peace. Like, even with hobbies, like I'm starting to do now, like I'm starting to fishing, and then like even before, my hobbies are painting. Before, when I was younger, I painted, but then I had a little boyfriend, and then I stopped painting because I was focused more on him than myself.
Mm.
So then, as I started to get older, now that, I moved it to a different state, I was like, you know what, let me start painting again. And me, ever since I've been painting now and fishing, it's just like, I know how to love myself so deeply that, like, can nobody love me more than I love myself.
I love that. Did y'all hear that? She is loving herself
Yeah.
first. That's the first person you should love. Y'all know I can't look hard. Yeah, I smile too much. I smile way too much. Y'all know I'm just soft as pudding. Y'all know you, boy. Man, I am really enjoying everything that you are sharing with us on this evening. This is Mother's Day, y'all. Can y'all believe it? This is another Mother's Day.
Yes.
This is one of the first Mother's Days that we are truly free after COVID, to
Yeah.
where you can get out and go hug on family members and just do whatever. But being here in Florida, I'm in a similar situation like you. Don't really know nobody here or anything like that. So let's get into a little bit more about the acceptance piece. Because see, now you're here,
Yes.
right? And then you're helping in the community. What was it like going out into the community and begin to help? Then you have your bonus babies and stuff. That's a big acceptance piece right there. Like, how did you take that challenge on?
When I first like initially like came out here and started to like, help others, I was afraid, it wouldn't go as right. But it was just like, if I don't do it, I'm never going like I never will. So, I tried my best, and then it became just like easy of just, accepting and being mindful and understanding others. Like even today, like at work, a lady, she called me and she just was like, "What's your name?" Like, and I gave her my name, and she was like, "I need to call your boss." And I'm like, "Okay, no problem." And she just was like, "Because we need more people like you in this world." And I was like, "Thank you." Like, all I'm doing is doing my job, because if it was me and, in the same shoes, I will expect to have that same service. But it's just like, I'm all about compassion, as well as you doing right by others, things will be done right by you. So I'm a strong believer of that.
You have such a compassionate heart. Oh my gosh. It's like I could just squeeze you. I mean, it is so beautiful because you have so much love for yourself.
Yes.
And I love that. And then the acceptance piece is really isn't a problem for you. So I love that. Look, y'all, we're having a great conversation. Y'all know your boy. We got to go over these different things that we're doing. Check out this next video that's coming up, and we gonna come right back, and then we gonna continually talk about self-confidence with my girl Quita. Check us out. Welcome back to the New Black Church, where your Bible is your story. Y'all, we are celebrating Mother's Day on this Sunday. And y'all know we cannot celebrate Mother's Day without me giving a shout out to my fiance, Crystal. She's an amazing mom. She looks after my girls. She looked after my son. She raises her baby. Her mama's in town for this weekend. Y'all, it is an amazing time. And I just got to give a shout out to this amazing woman that has stolen my heart and I fell in love with. So got to give a shout out to her on this, my amazing guests, all of the women that I have met while living in Florida, being alive on this earth. Happy Mother's Day to you. All the women that are listening, and even to the men that are out here missing their mom and loving on their mom. I just hope that you all are truly, truly enjoying this episode, because let me tell you, we have an amazing guest this evening. And let me tell you, self-confidence is something really serious that we really had to have, because self-confidence teaches us how to treat ourselves, which we teach others how to treat us. So with that being said, y'all, my amazing guest Quita is in the building. She is laying it down. Y'all, she has such a compassionate heart. And I just want to jump right back into another question with her, because I know y'all tired of hearing me talk. Y'all hear me talk every week. Y'all want to hear Quita talk to us. So Quita, here we go. Are you ready for this right here? Because you got the self-confidence. You got the smile. You have all of that amazing joy that's within you. How can we learn to accept our flaws and our imperfections when we're in this self-confidence? How do we do that? How do you do that as an amazing woman and mom?
Like accepting my flaws, it came a long way of accepting my flaws at times. But then I just thought about it like, you know what? Something that I may not like about myself, somebody may adore it. And that's what I started to understand, that like, when it came to like, trying to lose weight, going on different regimens, it was just like, I can't do it. And then I started to give up. But then like I'll meet someone and they'll compliment me. And I just was like, you know what? I don't have to be so hard on myself because at the end of the day, it's somebody out there that may, accept that flaw of mine that I may not accept for myself. So why can't I accept my own type of flaw? So,
I love that. Is because that is so. Because let me tell you, there's something that's amazingly beautiful about black women. That black women had a lot of them had this one thing that I'm so crazy about because my sister, my mom, my grandmother, my auntie, them, all of them that have passed away, they had this one thing: freckles. I love me some freckles on a black woman, and I can't stand when a woman put makeup and hide them from me because they so gorgeous to me. So it's so amazing that you said what you may not like about yourself, somebody else may love it about you,
yes.
and then that can cause conflict when you don't like it and they love it. It's kind of like, but I love that. I don't like it. That it doesn't work, right?
Right.
But when you learn to love that thing about you, and they're loving it, oh, that just brings so much joy together. Okay, so what are some of the common misconceptions about your flaws? Because see, you just gave us one of them, right? What are some more misconceptions about flaws that you may know about?
Like misconceptions as well as like like makeup and stuff, or like natural hair. Like that was another flaw of mine. I used to not like to wear certain natural hair, and then there was a time I did lock my hair up, and so many people commented as well as when I didn't, wear my hair naturally, and people commented more, and I was like, well, I don't know, like I'm just gonna wear whatever. But it gave myself confidence that I can do both.
Mm-hmm.
So like sometimes your flaw to others they love it. So and then I loved it myself.
That's good. That's good. Now, how do you now with these flaws, right? You already developing a growth mindset, and in that growth mindset, it's kind of like, okay, what do I do with my hair, this and that, right? So in that growth mindset, how do you refrain from the negative self-talk that individuals may bring around you?
I like completely block it out. I completely block it out. When somebody's negative, it's just like, if you let them get to you, they won.
Right.
So I try to like, if anything, is not aligned to me and me feeling great about myself, I strongly block out. I encourage others to block it as well because it's like you're just making that person who may dislike you, you're making them win.
Right.
So yeah, block the haters.
Okay, so now you're blocking the haters. What are some of the techniques that you use to block these haters with?
Um, the block button.
I'm about to say you got an iPhone. I know you got an iPhone.
As
So.
well as like you can hang out with other people that associate with people who they may not like you. So sometimes you got to keep that distance with other people as well because it's like some people may carry that bone. So you try to you know if you surround yourself around positive, it's going to be positive. But if you surround yourself with somebody that may talk about others, that creates drama. So it's like you try to figure out why am I keep getting myself in drama, but it's like obviously you're hanging out with somebody who's constant drama. So it's like the company you keep.
Hmm.
That right there, I'm strong about it. Like it's always about the company you keep, and sometimes it's okay to be alone. It's okay to chill by yourself, and you don't always have to be around big crowds. So I'm a firm believer of like it's always about the company you keep.
That's real good because um, it's there's an old school saying, "Birds of the same feather flock together." So if you're getting that negative energy around you, check the people that are around you. That may be where that negative energy may be coming from,
Right.
right? So I love that. So you have the growth mindset, and then you're embracing your flaws and your imperfections during your growth, right? So my next question would be, what are some strategies that you can offer other people
Um,
to deal with like accepting their imperfection and their flaws?
I say, to keep, push forward as well as, trying to ignore, the hate or the disagreements amongst others that may not align with you. I just say like, you gotta just be positive about yourself and like, you're living for you. You're not living for others. And if you live for others, you're never going to be happy because everybody's not going to be happy or the things you do. So it's just like you got to make yourself happy, and sometimes it comes to having to sacrifice everybody else just to make yourself happy.
So I like that. So I hope everybody out there heard that. She said, yeah, you have to put yourself first and make yourself happy. So in doing that, you got to remember you are number one in your life. And so since you are number one, nobody can replace you in your own life. And so I love that piece. And so jumping right back into it, now you have all this confidence. You know how to deal with your flaws and your imperfections. One of the things I learned, and you also said this a few seconds ago, your imperfection has the ability to be what makes you perfect, because imperfections make you unique. No one else have them. It's like, and it makes you unique. What does it feel? What does it feel like knowing that you are unique? Because you're Quita. There's nobody else named Quita that have moved from Jersey to Florida and went fishing and watched YouTube videos. You're the only one. So what does it feel like being so unique in this world?
It feels amazing. Like when I walk outside, the Beyonce song, that's how I feel. Like even like when I go out to places, like I just feel like somebody's watching me, but in a way they're watching me as like I want to be just like her. Like I go to a party and I have friends that we will stand outside. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go in the center because I'm me. I want to enjoy myself. I'm not here to watch other people dance. I'm here to enjoy myself. So I'm strong and big on confidence because, like I said, if you're not happy with yourself, you only got one life to live. So gotta be happy about yourself.
So y'all, I am so loving this. It is amazing that to hear a black woman and a black mom that believes so much in herself and she knows who she is. This is why we have the New Black Church. This is why your story is your Bible. Because you have to realize that you are the number one person in your life. You cannot put anyone else before you. And when you realize that you are the center of your joy, it's sitting right here, right next to me. Oh, y'all, excuse me. You see it. It is right here, sitting right here next to me. This is what happens when you believe in yourself so much and you know who you are. Life is going to challenge you from time to time again. It just happens, right? It is what you do after that challenge and then how you celebrate yourself after that challenge. So, y'all, we're deep into Quita's life, and we're going to keep digging right up into it. We're going to take another break. Y'all know I have all these major things that are going on around us. Got new announcements that are coming out that we're working on this big project for TikTok. Y'all check us out. Watch this right here that's coming up, because y'all know this is the New Black Church, where your Bible is your story. And welcome back to the New Black Church. Y'all know what it is. It's your story, is your Bible. It is the Mother's Day edition. We are just enjoying ourselves. Y'all, we are just being loved by this mother in this chair. Quita is putting the work in. And y'all, it is showing why she is glowing. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all see the eyebrows. Y'all see the eyelashes. Y'all see, oh, the makeup is on point. Do y'all see that color that just makes her just glistening? I love it. I love it. I love it. So, Quita, I appreciate you so much for coming through on this Mother's Day. You know, you came to spend that day with us, and we so much do appreciate that. So, now we're going to get into like boosting self-confidence. Like you have it. Now we get into that maintenance mode of self-confidence. Because, time and time again, life may come across and make you think, I miss New Jersey. And then you like, no, you live in Florida. You need to think about that again. So with that being said, what are some of the examples of ways that like when those things try to come back up. You know what I'm saying? What I like to say, and when I look in the rearview mirror, I can still see the stop sign. And then sometime when I hit the brakes too hard, the stop sign is in front of me. So how do you handle those situations like that?
It's funny how you just say that because literally the other day I had I guess, a breaking down moment, and I called my family up. They didn't answer, and I called a good friend of mine that I met down here. That seems like I met her, knew her my whole life, and I look at her as a big sister, and I literally cried to her on my way to work, and I was like, I want to go back home, and it was to the point that like I didn't know why I wanted to go back home. I think it's because certain stuff wasn't going as I was planned because I'm so used to, having my ducks in a row. So this time I just, I was fed up with it and I'm just like, yeah, I want to go home. And she was like, do you really want to go home or do you want to just escape from what just happened to you? And I was like, you know what? Maybe both. But I just, like, at that moment, I felt defeated again. So I, like, that night, it was like 10, 11 at night. I just sat there and I meditated. And I thought about if I lived up north, would I have the same lifestyle that I live down here? And even as well as my kid. And I thought about how I wasn't happy up north. And then coming down here, all the things I can do. Up north, I felt trapped. I felt like I couldn't be myself. I had to, maintain this image for my family. But down here, like, I can be myself, and even if I got the friends and new family that I call down here, it's like I can be more myself. I don't have to maintain this certain image, and like now that I think about it, I don't even want to even go back up north, and that's the craziest thing because at that moment I wanted to go back up north, but I sat there and I just thought like, you know I have one life to live and I have to be happy about myself. And I'm like, I'm happy. I'm in a happy space. I can't always be happy all the time, but the times I am happy, it's a lot more down here than up there. So like I tell people, sometimes it's not good to, dwell on decision making. Sometimes certain decisions that you make can be one of the best decisions ever in your life. And I feel like moving down here, I should have moved down here sooner. So I really strongly, believe in that, decision making is really, it can be tough, but sometimes it's the best decision that you made. So I really, yeah, like, makes me about to cry right now. So I'm just
Oh,
gonna,
you okay? We got Kleenex for that. We got you pat your little eye on that.
yeah,
Yeah. We got Kleenex. No, that's an amazing story because that's real. Like there are a lot of transplants here. I even have my moments too. You know, for me, my sister's passed away, and there's a song with two artists in it that I love to sing. I love to sing, and that'll remind me of the decisions that I made. And it's like you say, sometimes going back home will put us back inside of a cage or lock us in or stomp us or stop our creativity.
yes,
And so that's good. I love in what you said, and that's it ignites somebody out here who is listening to us because this is what it's about. It is about making those decisions and standing our ground on those. Y'all, we are here today because we made decisions to be here today. Let's stick to those. Let's respect whatever happened in the past and leave that where that is. And I'm so gracious for that. And when I say that, like, you were built for this episode.
yes, thank you.
You were so built for this episode because I'm sitting over here in awe and I'm listening to you and I'm like, she's under 35. She has her stuff together way more than so many different women that I know. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has theirs where they are in life, but where you are right now is so great. And I say, I see it on you, I see it on your son, and I just see it all around your family, right? And that is super, super duper beautiful in its confidence. Okay. Now, what are some of your confidence boosters that like get your self-esteem pretty high and your self-confidence is so high that it's borderline and somebody may try to hate on you and say she act like she arrogant? and stuff like that. So what are some of those boosters you have that are like that?
I would say like as far as like when I go places or like when I meet other people through friends and stuff, like I just feel like other people they'll like want to get my number or they want to speak to me or they
Mm-hmm.
invite me to places. I just start to feel like VIP. Like I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't go here because I'm already booked up and busy with this person. So like that gives me so much confidence of like how I am with people. So I just know that I'm doing my job right because I'm getting friends. I'm getting invited to places. So that right there is a big confident booster for me.
That is super cool. Isn't it nice to be like, you know what, I appreciate you, but I'm booked on that day. But you can get with me in about 60, 90 days down the line. That's how busy your schedule is.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool and fun to have that going on in your life. That speaks volumes about you.
Yes.
That means that people like having you around. And then also you, more importantly, like having you around and making sure you're on the go, you're growing, and you're learning. Florida has a lot to offer us.
Yes.
It does. Y'all, we do honestly live in the vacation state.
It's a vacation
Like
all the
you
time.
can vacation 365 days, 66 on leap year. Okay, so that is what we do right here in Florida. So y'all, let's get right into. Um, we talked about work. We talked about family back home. We have spoken about family here. You and your son. Okay, we can see you a very beautiful woman.
Thank you.
We just want to know, okay, you're single, you date, you got a little friend out here. Oh, she done got shy, y'all. She done looked off. Look at her. Uh-oh. 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 So what's going on with that space having confidence? Because, it's easy to have confidence when you're by yourself, but when you like somebody, it get kind of different to have confidence.
Yeah. One thing I would say is like when I first did come down here, I did, get into a relationship, went through my trial, and that, that didn't work out. But, as I became, alone and, just focusing on myself and trying to figure out what is it about me that I can improve in myself,
Mm-hmm.
I started to realize, the flaws that I had that I can, switch up and, get or meet the person I want to meet. So like, I met a friend and all like so right now things are pretty it's pretty confident right
It's
now.
pretty confident right now.
Yeah.
That's good.
So yeah, I just like I say as far as like relationships and dating, because like down here in like Tampa or just Florida in general, it's a zoo. It's a zoo of dating. So it's just like if you are dating, good luck. Good luck. I just say as far as with women goes, like, with like they'll say like well not all women, but some women will say, negative things about men, of how they are down here. But it's just like sometimes you gotta look at yourself and figure out what you really want because it's like sometimes we portray or want something that we don't want based off what others really want.
Mm.
So like, some people like I just seen an article about some lady asked about a bus driver or she wouldn't date a guy with as a bus driver. But it's like if the guy, you meet a guy, he's good looking, he don't tell you, his occupation yet, but it's just like do you base him or you won't date him based off, what type of career he has? So it's just like I feel like what she said, it was a little misconstrued, but at the same time it was like maybe you don't want to date a bus driver because you're afraid of what others may think of you.
Yeah, I actually heard her interview with the Breakfast Club during the week, and that was an interesting conversation that she had about that. And that's the thing. As a human being, we have to have that type of self confidence in ourselves that we can decide on what that person does for a living or whatever, and then what does that qualifies for. But yeah, she got a lot of heat
Yeah.
behind saying that one there. Yeah, they had a lot of to say about her in that answer there that she gave to who was it? I can't pronounce the lady's name. She was interviewing Iyanla Van something. I can't
Yeah.
pronounce her name. That's too much for this Oak Cliff Hood dictionary. So That's way outside my league there. So there is somebody special. I love what you said about looking at yourself. And then, friends, loved ones, everybody's going to have their opinion when it comes to relationships. That's great. That's what they are. Their opinions. What matters is what you're going to say in that relationship and what's going to happen. Y'all, this is amazing. This is the inaugural Mother's Day of the New Black Church. And let me tell you, Quita has set the bar amazingly high. Y'all, she's amazing. I got to go find her on social media. I know she's on Facebook because she's in one of my favorite groups on Facebook. But y'all got to go follow her. I know she got great content. And just check her out. Hey, we got one more break. We're going to come right on back into the end of this thing. We're going to bring it right on home. Got to make some announcements. We're going to get right back into some more conversation with Quita. She got a little bit more to share with us. Hey, y'all, check this last one out. And all right. Welcome back to the New Black Church, where your Bible is your story. Y'all, this is the Mother's Day edition. This is an amazing Mother's Day. Quita Harvey has truly set the bar. This is the type of interview that is super easy for me to do. All of them have been super easy, but all of my guests have been amazing. Y'all, she is dropping these amazing, they're not nuggets, they're called granite. If y'all ever seen granite rock and the machine that they have to cut granite with, let me tell you, she's killing it right now. She's pulling out so many jewels, and I just love the energy, the vibes, and the positivity that she has. And once again, I'm going to keep putting this out there. Y'all, she is under 35 years old. Now, I ain't going to tell you how old she is, but I can tell you that I thought she was like 23, 24, 25. I thought she was right there around there. But I'm just telling y'all that much. She might be 26. I don't know. But y'all know this is Mother's Day. And before we bring our special guest out on this Mother's Day with her, let's talk about this part right here while we're doing that. What role does self-care play in building your self-confidence? We talked about it a little bit earlier, but like, what are some of the things that you can suggest to the ladies to do when it comes to self-care?
Making sure you say when you at a store, right? And you got your kids at the store, you buy everything for your kid and whatever. And say you see something that you really like. As far as self-care for me, I now get what I want. So like before I used to just I'll get it another time, or I'll get it another time, and then I would never get it. And then I'll bum myself up because I didn't purchase it. But now that I start purchasing stuff I really like, it boosts my confidence like times two. And to the point that now it's just like I feel like other friends and family members of mine, they see how confident I have grown to become. They're starting to take initiative of doing the same thing, and I'm just like, girl, you want to get your hair done, go get your hair done. Of course, make sure your house straight and everything, but you don't get back time. And I always tell people that you never get back time. So it's just like you got to do it now, or it's never going to happen.
I love that. I love that. I love that. She talked about that self-care, y'all, and going to the store when you have your kids with you. Well, you got your kid with you today. If y'all don't mind, we want to welcome in my little dude. Come on over here. Let's show mama some love. You playing Nintendo? if you don't mind, go ahead and sit over there with your mama.
Sure.
Sure. And so why you playing the Nintendo? What is it like living in Florida to you?
It's not bad.
It's not bad?
But it's just too hot outside.
It's too hot outside? Okay, so what are some of the things that you like to do outside when you're with your mom?
Like go to the playground and get ice cream.
Go to the playground and get ice cream. What's your favorite ice cream?
Vanilla.
Vanilla? Okay. So if you could pause your game for just 1 second. Now, if there's something nice that you can say to your mom for Mother's Day, I want you to look straight ahead, and then I want you to tell everybody what you would say to your mom for Mother's Day.
I would say she was the best mom.
You would say she the best mom?
Probably the best mom than other moms, I guess.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I just want to say, Quita, I am so appreciative for you coming out on Mother's Day and bringing little man with you to celebrate with us on Mother's Day. Let me tell you, your story is amazing.
Thanks.
I love your energy, the way you moved down here, the way you took the reins and just managed yourself and became such an amazing, even more amazing woman. I'm telling you, your story is going to bless some other women. They're going to go back, they're going to watch this one, and they're going to realize, you know what, I can take some of this and apply it to my life and become even greater. So I just want to say thank you so much for you coming out, sharing this with us on this evening. Any last words for you? We're going to have to ask you to move your mic up a little bit more.
Chicken nuggets.
I would definitely say thank you so much for inviting me here. Like I'm very, glad to show and, share my story and as well as giving advice to others, how to build self-confidence, and how to understand yourself. So thank you so much.
I appreciate that so much. Y'all, we had an amazing guest. And let me tell you, Mother's Day will never be the same because Quita has set the bar amazingly high. Now, y'all know this is May. This is self-confidence. Not only is it self-confidence, y'all, this is the third month on YouTube and Facebook that we've been celebrating ourselves. This is the 5th month that we've been looking out for ourselves. Y'all, we got 5 more months to go this year. Also, we have the TikTok Positivity Project that is getting ready to kick off starting after this week, the 3rd week of May. We're starting this project. Y'all, we're looking at connecting 4.5 million people having a positive conversation in the y'all, in the month of December. Over 3 days, y'all, we're going to have 1 million men, 1 million women, 2.5 million men and women in December. We just need you. If you have a TikTok account and you have 1,000 followers, guess what? If you don't have 1,000 and you want that 1,000, I'm going to have a plan to help you get to that 1,000 to help us do this. So do that with us on TikTok. Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Men Mondays, right? Men come together, we talk in the box. Y'all, they gave us 9 boxes. That are 9 men that are going to have a positive conversation. And this whole month, we're talking about self-confidence. Also, Wednesday night, I'm the only man in the box surrounded by 8 amazingly beautiful women. I'm just the host. They take over the conversation and they run that thing. And let me tell you, I have been told that it is one of the safest spaces on TikTok that you get a chance to share your story. And women are able to connect on Wednesday, men connect on Monday, and then on Sunday, we connect at the New Black Church Podcast. You all of this is because of your support and everything that you all are doing with me and with everybody. Y'all, I have the best director in the world. Now I'm finna change her last name. I'm so excited about that. I know I'm gonna get some emails about it, but y'all know what that thing is. Y'all know I'm in love now. I'm just living on cloud 9 at the New Black Church. Once again, we thank Quita. We thank her bringing her son. We thank y'all. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. We appreciate you all. We would not be who we are if we did not have the mothers. Thank you from the New Black Church, from the bottom of our hearts, because as we all know, your story is your Bible and you have something to say and somebody wants to hear it. Have a good evening, y'all. Take care. Peace.
Chicken.